The ALESIS Nitro Max was easily the biggest electronic drum kit of 2023, and at the moment it's on track to be the biggest for 24. But what happens when we introduce its bigger brother to the market? This is the ALESIS Nitro Pro. Hi, it's Adam from Gear4music. I'm back on the drum channel, and when I'm on the Gear4music drum channel, I'm always accompanied by my handsome compadre here, Jamie Fisher from ALESIS. Jamie, welcome back to the studio.
Thank you.
Nitro Pro. Give me a little bit on it.
Absolutely. So Nitro Pro, yeah, it's the big brother of the Nitro Max.
Yeah.
So the Nitro Max is the ultimate starter drum kit. It's a fantastic success, and we love it. This is the big brother. It's the bigger version. So what you've got here is a physically bigger rack. It's thicker gauge as well. It's tough. It will take an absolute bashing. You can set the kit up higher. You can set it up wider. So if you really need something to match the spacings of your acoustic kit and keep up with the power that you've developed as you've been learning your craft, this kit will keep up with you.
Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, that's first and foremost, that's the first thing that you see when you get this kit out of the box. When we got it out of the box, it was just kind of like, oh, crikey, like this is a much larger kit. I mean, immediately frame, and then obviously you've got the snare. So tell me what the choice was to go with a frame like this.
Yeah, absolutely. So what you've got here is a 1.5-inch steel tubing frame. That sounds a bit dry and technical, but what it really means is that it's industry standard. This is the same type of rack that you'll find on touring percussion rigs and touring drum kits. So it's completely tough. It will take a bashing, and this kit is really there to take whatever you throw at it. On the subject of that, we've got the drum pads have got metal rims, just like regular drums. They've got a rubber coating here to keep the noise down, but it's underneath that, it's a normal metal drum rim, just like a regular drum. Yeah. We've got also a large 8-inch kick tower. So that means that you've got a mesh head kick tower, big enough to take any double pedal that you want to use. Again, if you're a rocker, you know, you can use any double bass drum pedal you want. I'm not a rocker, frankly, but if you are, you can connect that up to it, no problem, and it will take that. So this kit really is the big brother in every way. It's bigger, it's tougher, and it will take whatever you throw at it.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think a really important thing about this immediately, kind of from what I got from the Nitro Pro, I'm not small. I am 6'5", doctor confirmed 6'5", by the way, and a big person. I've got some weight behind me. So when I sat down and started playing it, it was kind of like, oh, okay, yeah, this is firm. This isn't moving anywhere.
That's right.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, a really good thing with the kick pad as well, you know, you mentioned double pedal. That's staying in place.
Yeah,
that's
rock solid.
firm. That's firm, but snare as well. The snare is deeper.
It is, yeah. So everything about it is just bigger and burlier. Yeah, it's if you're used to drumming and you've got some power, you know, you need something that if you're a beginner that you want a kit that's going to grow with you. You can't, unless you become a super giant, you can't really outgrow this drum kit. It's got all the scale and all the toughness to take whatever you've got.
Yeah, definitely. And I think an interesting thing, because we kind of were talking about this before we came on camera, and it's the fact that it being bigger, if you're an acoustic player and you're kind of like, oh, I'm a bit, you know, I want to get into electronic drums, I want to not have to go to the rehearsal room to play, you know, this here, with it being bigger, you've got more space, and it makes more sense going from an acoustic kit to that. You can still lay into it, as you say.
That's very important, absolutely. And when you're talking about practicing, you need that practice to be as meaningful as possible.
Yeah.
So you want to mimic the spacings that you have on your acoustic drum kit. So you need something that's got the range, the scope, and the size to be able to do that. So you can spread these drums out, spread the cymbal pads out. That one goes even higher if you wanted to. Yeah, you can mimic the spacings of your regular drum kit, which just makes your practice far more meaningful.
Yeah. And speaking of cymbal pads, on the Nitro Max, once again, incredibly successful. Crash was chokeable. On this, both are now chokeable, right?
That's exactly right. So you can choke either cymbal now.
Yeah, so you're going from bigger kit, can take a bit more of a whack if you're especially transitioning from an acoustic to an electric. Maybe this is kind of the ideal for someone that's wanting to dip their toes in after playing acoustic for a while, because you do have the realism of the choke on both and that. But obviously, you can't have an amazing kit without amazing sounds.
Yes.
In Music acquired BFD a couple of years ago and have started to integrate BFD sounds into their modules. The Nitro Max had the modules and it had the sounds in there, and the Nitro Pro, it's happened again.
Yes.
So Jamie, BFD sounds, give me a bit more on the module.
Absolutely. So the module with the Nitro Max, you get 440 sounds taken from the BFD library, which is wonderful. The sound quality is brilliant.
Brilliant.
We've gone further with this one, so you now get 500 sounds. You get 4 extra BFD kits, and those extra sounds that you got are spread around some of the other kits as well. So you've got even more of that amazing range of BFD sound quality.
Yeah, and the BFD sounds, I think that's something that's really. Because obviously previous to this, there was also the Nitro Mesh. The Nitro Mesh was brilliant, same kind of concept, but obviously smaller than the Pro. The Max, with the new module, the way it was designed, everything like that, it really kind of elevated it even further. And the sounds in this are brilliant. So how about we go through a couple of sounds?
Certainly.
Give us some new sounds, Jamie.
All right.
Give me some shred.
Yeah.
That glass. That sounded great.
Yeah, absolutely.
So that's really brilliant.
Absolutely. So that's the sounds of the BFD library coming through there.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I was, I can play a bit harder than that, but I was not holding back. I was kind of giving it a bit of a.
You're giving that Strata Prime levels hitting, you know?
Absolutely.
That's Strata Prime.
Yeah.
And by the way, really quick, sounded great through the ALESIS Strike Mark II.
Quite right.
Just feed drum monitor in there, just little one there. But that sounded wicked. The little crash, like the little choke there and stuff like that. So that's one of the kits, and there's 4 new ones in here. So why don't we just quickly scroll through the 4 new kits that are on here? Give me a bit of those sounds.
Sounds good. Okay. I won't do that every time.
You can do it. It sounds great. And it's just responsive as that. ALESIS Nitro Pro.
That's right.
But something I did notice then, and it's something that I entirely forgot about, if I'm honest, the fact that these are dual zone toms.
Yes, that's right. So all the drums are dual zone. So that means you can assign different sounds to the head and the rim. The presets in many cases have got this for the tom and this for the rim, which is the sound you'd get from hitting the actual rim of a drum. But because you can customize your drum kits, move the sounds around and save your own versions, you can put any sounds you like on those rims.
Oh, brilliant.
So you can have hand claps, tambourines, anything, electronic sounds mixed in with your acoustic sounds, whatever you want, and you can save your own kits on the module too.
That's brilliant. And that makes even more sense now why you have the metal rim. It's like you've got the feel as well without shredding through a stick.
Quite right, absolutely, that's right. And there's another trick up the sleeve as well. Let me show you something here. So we've got the drums are dual zone, as we've discussed. However, on this particular kit, you can do this. 4. So you can get 3 sounds there. So you can get the sensitive ballad side stick. You can get the regular middle of the drum. And you can get the ferocious rim shot.
That's brilliant. That's absolutely cracking. And with a big old snare like that, you've got the weight to kind of go between it.
That's right. Great. You can really lay into this kit. It's great fun.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. And as I say, I forgot about that. And I forgot about those dual zones until you started playing it. That's cracking.
Yeah, it is. And all of these things come together to give you the feeling of a real drum kit. So chokeable cymbals, getting different sounds from different parts of the drums, the beefiness, the big bass drum that you can really lay into. You know, you're not missing anything here. You get the feeling of a real drum kit.
No, not at all. And I mean, I think that's one of the benefits of, you know, it kind of adds to the pro. That's the pro of the ALESIS Nitro Pro.
Absolutely right.
You know, is the fact that they've gone, right, okay, we've got a really successful product here, the Nitro Max. It's done really well. It resonates with people, but maybe it's not for everyone, and maybe we want to give those people a little bit more.
Yes.
And I think this kind of like clarifies it. You know, this justifies that difference, which is fantastic.
It does, absolutely.
You know? And it's not actually too bad in terms of pricing. It's really well priced in the market. So you're getting a lot of drum kit for what you're paying for with this.
Sure.
Which is absolutely cracking. So I'll tell you what, let's hear a couple more of those new sounds, because we went through the first, there's another 3 to go.
That's right.
And you know what? Then we'll just have a play for a few hours and we'll leave you to it. But go on, let's hear a bit of this, a bit more of this.
Let's do it. Name the song. You ready?
Okay. Everlong by the Foo Fighters, ladies and gentlemen.
But anybody who's ever seen Dave Grohl play knows that he absolutely thrashes and comes down. So whenever you play that song or that intro, you naturally do the same thing. And you can play all your grunge, heavy rock classics on this, no problem at all.
Yeah, 100%. And not a single bit of movement from the kick,
totally solid.
From the snare, anything like that. If it wasn't supposed to move, it hasn't moved.
No, that's right.
You know, which is brilliant. So give me the next kit.
All right, here we go. Oh, little heel splash there. See, you get all the techniques you get from a regular drum kit.
It all resonates so much.
Yes,
such a wide frequency range. Like there, you got the snap of the rim hit, you got the resonance of the overtone of the tom, you got the highs of the hi-hat, and then you've got the thundering low as you're going around, and a really nice reverb tail on it as well. So, you know, sounds brilliant. That's absolutely cracking. Is there one more?
There is another of the, so these are the new BFD kits that have been added in addition to the existing BFD kits that were in the module carried over from the Nitro Max.
Yeah.
Here we go.
You know what? You said you weren't going to do the clasp every time.
All right, let's. No, you're right. Let's hear it ring. Let's hear it ring. Much nicer.
Listen to that. Listen to that. And you know what? I'm going to kind of harp back to the past where once upon a time, ALESIS were kind of, you know, we'll say machine gunny, and everyone that's watching this will know that. But then the way you just let the stick just roll, the response, the dynamic response is so much better now.
It's lovely.
It's absolutely fantastic.
It is, it is. And you can tension these heads as you like. So as you'd expect with a regular snare drum, you have the snare drum a bit tighter, and that's what I've done here. So I can get the response that I need from the drum, but just by tuning the head up a little bit more.
See, it's another aspect of realism that ALESIS have thought of is, you know, the tension adjustment, the fact that you've got the metal rims with the rubber, so you're saving your sticks. I mean, it's just, I think the Nitro Pro is potentially going to be one of the best bang for buck kits over the coming years.
I think so.
And just having it here, I'm really looking forward to seeing people get a hold of them and just seeing what they can do with it.
Definitely.
Because there's so many, if you're a starter, if you're someone that's wanting to go from an acoustic kit to this, if you're someone like me who's a bit larger and maybe, you know, wants to have that ruggedness that comes with it, or if you know, once again, as with most ALESIS products, it's absolutely perfect for just studio use. You know,
Definitely.
if you wanted to use the sound, you could do. You got your left and right out in the back, so you got a stereo sound, but also you got the MIDI capability, and it's a brilliant if you want to just use it as a controller format.
That's absolutely right.
Change it about, make it work for you.
That's right. And also, let's not forget, because you get the BFD player download with it, and you get a free expansion pack, you get everything you need to make studio quality recordings straight away. So included in this is a free download, a BFD player, and a free download to keep of a BFD expansion pack. And that is the full sample quality that you find in the desktop version. So these are unparalleled sound quality drums. They're drums and cymbals recorded beautifully. So you get that with this kit, and you can just connect it up to your Mac or PC, download it, record sparkling, vibrant drums straight away.
Once again, ALESIS have come in to the market with not only a fantastically considered piece of gear, directed for all people, beginners, starters, pros, studio producers. Hell, you could probably take this touring if you wanted. It's got that rugged 1.5 inch steel frame on it.
Yeah, I would.
And I've seen some drum kits absolutely fall apart on less. So, you know, you've got that, you've got the reassurance there.
Yeah, I've been waiting. I mean, the playthroughs that we've done here, I've been wailing on this kit. You know, I'm not holding back.
And then obviously kind of, you know, I mentioned that it's really good for starters. ALESIS are very well known for the fact that they give a lot of educational tools with this. So Nitro module.
Yes.
What educational stuff we got in there?
Good question. The module itself has got 50 coaching exercises built into it. So those exercises work on your timing and memory. You hear something, you got to play it back, but the module actually grades you on how accurately you've played it. And it's very difficult to get 100% on all of them. It really is. So those are built into the module. Crucially, like every ALESIS drum kit, there's a metronome built into this module as well. The metronome's brilliant. And this particular metronome has got a visual.
Oh, visual aid.
So you can see like a swinging metronome as well, and it actually shows you on the screen if you're playing early or late. So it's like an intelligent metronome, if you like. So that's a terrific tool. You can spend hours going through your grooves, making sure you're really nailing the timing. So that's critically important to spend time with the built-in metronome.
Yep.
And finally, just like the Nitro Max, you get a 90-day free Drumeo subscription with this kit, which is amazing. Drumeo is the world's leading drum education platform.
Yep.
And we give you a full 90 days access. So that's an incredible way to get started, or even if you're already playing, there's loads of stuff in there at any level to get you really going forwards with your skill. There's thousands of lessons, thousands of educators. It's the best out there, and we give you 3 months free.
Yep, that's exactly it. And, you know, as you say, starter or someone that's a seasoned professional, they're able to do that,
right.
You know. And the really good benefit of this is actually, you know, you can do it on an iPhone or an iPad, and the module itself, you can see there's a nice little device holder for you as well.
That's right. So that's built into the module. You can rest your smartphone or your tablet. And you can also use the Bluetooth connection to wirelessly bring in the audio. So you've got a self-contained teaching studio here. Put your iPhone or your smartphone or your tablet on here. You've got your Drumeo. You've got the audio coming through from the lessons, coming through the Bluetooth connection to your headphones. You're just sitting immersed in your own studio. You're not bothering anybody. It's just, what an amazing way to learn drums.
Yeah, it's fantastic. And as you say, you know, I mean, this kind of encompasses the fact that this is such a brilliant drum kit for anyone.
Yes.
You know, anyone at any level. If you want to really invest in your drum gear at the very beginning of your career, you can do. It's a really good place to be with it. If you wanted to upgrade from something, you can do. If you wanted to venture into electronic drums for the first time, the Nitro Pro is an all-around, and I said it earlier, bang for your buck kit. This is a fantastic piece of gear. You know what? I'm just looking forward to seeing what people do on them.
Yes, me too.
If you want to know any more that we've not covered about the Nitro Pro, or if you want to explore the Nitro Max or any of the ALESIS products, you can go to the Gear4music website. That'll be down in the description there. If you've liked it, or if there's anything else you'd like to know about it, drop it in the comments. But for now, Jamie Fisher, once again, a pleasure having you in the studio. I hope that we get to see you again very soon. We will. And thanks again. And thank you for watching.
Thanks, Adam.
Have a brilliant day.
Thank you.
Cheers.